So I want to take just a quick second and show you guys not only what I'm using, but how I'm setting it up. So I'm a big fan of Gary Yamamoto senkos. This is the 5-inch one. This is a rainbow trout, so you can see it's got that pink and green color on it. I'm really a big fan of brown and orange, but I forgot them at the house, I guess. So yeah, 5-inch senkos are kind of my go-to when I do some worm fishing. And then I like these red Gamakatsu. They're 3/0 offset EWG worm hooks. And I've had a lot of good success with these over the years. If I'm flipping and pitching a heavier bait or heavy cover, I'll go to like a 5/0 hook. But a 3/0 seems to work pretty good for these 5-inch senkos. And they're pretty easy to rig. It's really not that challenging. I have a 12-pound leader here. Normally I fish just straight mono or straight fluorocarbon, but Dylan and I are out here on the John boat just kind of, not bringing a bunch of rods, so I just brought my one kind of go-to rod. But it's really pretty simple to rig these things. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by sticking the tip of the hook in the head. There's a flat part of the head and there's a tail part. Make sure you use the flat part. And what I do is I kind of run the worm up the hook, and when it starts to turn, that's where I bend it out or push the hook through. So then once you push the hook through, I wet the hook a little bit, and then I just slide the hook through. And that's the nice thing about these EWG offset hooks is you pull the hook through and then you just turn it 180 degrees so that the hook is lined up on the back of the belly like this, or the bottom of the belly. And then what I do is I'll push the worm forward and I'll hook it kind of at the very end of where that middle section is, and then I'll bring the hook through the top of the body. So now you can see the hook point is just sticking through the top. I'll back the worm up a little bit with the hook and then just bury the hook in the body. So now it's pretty much weedless. It actually sinks pretty flat, and the nice thing about these senkos is they kind of flutter as they go down. But that's as difficult as it is to rig a senko. You can put a weight on the front, but I typically fish these weightless, especially fishing these smaller bodies of water, a little bit more of a finesse presentation. So that's how I like to rig my senkos.